Go fruit yourself.
So let's find out, is Stevie O dying of a protein deficiency?
Yeah, dude.
Today I'm going undercover as a clown.
Hey Fruit Bats, welcome back to another week of videos. So I'm sure most of you know who Steve O Jackass is. He's pretty darn famous. He's got over like 6 million followers on Facebook. He's known for doing heaps of pranks and silly things, and to be honest, I really don't find them interesting at all. I can't stand watching people hurt themselves deliberately. I don't find it funny at all. But I do find one aspect of his life interesting, and I'm going to talk about that more soon. So I found him maybe about like eight months ago. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know what a jackass was. I was like, what the heck's a jackass? And so I watched some of these videos and I'm like, that's what a jackass is. So Steve-O might be literally the biggest jackass in the world, the most famous one, that's for sure. But there's a lot more to him. So Steve-O used to have a drug and alcohol problem and eat a standard American diet, but then he turned his life around and he went vegan. Now Steve-O is going to share an important story and the truth with us, and I hope you stick around to watch this because it is very powerful. Just warning you, what's coming up next is the cold, hard, graphic truth, and it will likely offend many of you.
I want to introduce you to someone. When devastating floods hit Iowa, Nikki was washed away from a factory farm. Nikki swam for miles before making her way to a levee, where she built a nest, gave birth to 7 piglets, and spent the next week protecting them from the flood. Hi, I'm Steve-O. Pigs like Nikki are some of the smartest animals on Earth, even smarter than the dogs and cats we live with. Like dolphins and elephants, pigs understand how mirrors work. And like some primates, they've even been taught to play simple video games. Nikki has dreams when she sleeps at night, and her piglets understand their names and respond when called. Like dogs, pigs are loyal and affectionate, and they love a good belly rub. As terrible as the flood was for Nikki and her babies, it actually saved their lives, because what came before was even worse. At a nearby factory farm, Nikki had spent her entire life locked in a metal cage, so small she could barely move. Pigs like Nikki are raised in such cramped conditions that they often go insane from stress, abuse, and lack of mental stimulation. On that farm, Nikki's piglets would have been taken away from her just weeks after they were born. They would have been castrated and had their tails chopped off, all without pain relief. If they were sick, or if they didn't grow fast enough, they would have been killed by being slammed headfirst into the ground, or by being tossed into bins and gassed to death. All of this is standard in the pork industry. Older piglets are crammed into filthy pens. They never spend a day outdoors. They never feel the sun on their backs, or grass beneath their feet. At just 6 months old, they're stuffed onto transport trucks and shipped to slaughter plants, where they're hung upside down, stunned with electrical tongs, and have their throats slit. The sad reality is that nearly all farms, whether large or small, local or distant, treat pigs like Nikki with incredible cruelty. That's why I stopped eating meat, and it was so easy, it's ridiculous. There are delicious meat-free alternatives to anything you can eat, and they are way healthier. Cutting cruelty out of my diet has benefited every area of my life. I feel so much better physically, mentally, and spiritually, it's amazing. If you make the same choice, every year you will personally spare 31 animals like Nikki from a life of daily misery. And you'll be in good company. About 15 million Americans have decided to ditch meat entirely, and many more are eating less meat. According to the American Dietetic Association, there are a lot of health benefits to going meat-free. Bottom line, a cruel diet is bad for your body, and a kind diet is good for your body.
So that's a powerful piece of truth that Steve-O just shared with us. And that's just what this video was, to share the truth, to share the reality, the gruesome reality behind your meat purchases. You deserve to know what your dollar is supporting. And I'm sure many of you were offended by this video, and rightly so. You are a caring, emotional human being. And of course you don't want to see pain, suffering, torture, slaughter, death. But then that poses a question. If it's not good enough for your eyes, then why is it good enough for your stomach?